1, 2. Check, check. Checkity, check, 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 check. 1, 2. Let's go. Right. We are here. Welcome. Welcome, 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 welcome. It is Thursday. I am Ken Dizzle, the Black British Cyclist. It's time to get started. I've got my sweatband on my head. Got my wristbands on. Let me start my smart band. Indoor cycling. Let's go. Start the Garmin. We're ready to go. So welcome. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I'm full of energy again, or am I? I guess we'll see. So, thank you for joining another live with the BBC. Bikes and banter. I talk while I cycle, getting fit, sharing tips of indoor cycling. So it doesn't matter whether you're new to cycling, you're a seasoned veteran, you're here because, I don't know, maybe you've heard about this online cycling game they call Zwift and you want to learn a little bit about it. So you are absolutely in the right place. We are all about sharing and caring. We are live on YouTube and we're also live on Twitch. So hello to everyone. Thank you for joining. Thank you to everyone who's subscribed. If you're not subscribed, don't smash the like button. Just tap it gently, and you'll always get notifications as to when I'm live. Usually it's Monday and Thursdays, live at 5 GMT, and I do the occasional weekend stream. I've got a whole load of activities on my agenda for today, so we're going a little bit back to basics. So this is always going to, I'm always going to be giving you tips about how to navigate the Zwift screen, the Zwift menu screens, see what's going on, tips about turbo trainers, and just explaining what's going on. I also drizzle some of my training experiences because this is like my personal vlog through my fitness journey, and you're joining with me. So what we're going to do is I'm going to take it back to basics, back to the best things that you need to do when you first start using Zwift. So we're going to learn about how you can maximize on gaining the most XP in the fastest amount of time, legitimately. So there's no cheats here, just giving you the best information on how to do it properly. So we're going to do that. I'm going to tell you how you can get the Tron Bike and obviously how to activate that. Also getting warmed up, little tips and little things that you need to do before you start a ride, especially a race or a group ride. And yeah, I'm just going to show you what it's all about, and we might even get a bit of badge hunting in as well. So we're going to ride with the pace partners, so that's a really good way to get started if you are new to Zwift or you just want to jump on the bike and ride. No messing about, no pressure, no targets, no sprints to have to deal with. We have this thing called Robopacers that just race or ride round all the time with Zwift. I'm going to turn off this front fan. Computer, turn off big fan. So my I have this little mini keyboard that I attached onto my bike frame just with a little magnet, so it makes it easy for me to do stuff, but it seems to be not working as great as it should be. So I think see, it's selecting things that it's not supposed to, so I'm gonna have to stretch over so I can grab the mouse. Let me just move that. Right, so we're not doing the aftermath. We're going to start off with how you select a challenge when you are riding Zwift. Now, the most important thing, if you want the Tron Bike, that's the one with the neon wheels. Its proper name is the Zwift Concept Bike, but nicknamed the Tron Bike. It has the neon wheels that light up. Now, if you want that bike, it's the most coveted bike. You can't unlock it. Well, you can only get it by unlock it. You have to cycle 50,000 meters of elevation and then it unlocks. So essentially you want to ride hills as much as you can to unlock it. But in order to do it, you have to go to your challenges. So I'm going to show you how to get to the challenges. See if this will work. Oh, come on. Right, let's get it right. So here you got challenges here. So we're going to select the challenge. I've got it on the factory tour challenge. You can see I'm 14%. You've got this little thing here, select a different challenge, and then you've got 4 challenges. It's been free for years, but now there's 4 challenges. You can see I've done the Tron Bike, was this one here, which is completed. So climb Mount Everest. And as long as you complete 50,000 meters of elevation, you will eventually unlock the Tron Bike. Now, 50,000 meters is a hell of a lot of hill climbing, but don't think of it as, wow, I've got a massive, like, literal mountain to climb. Just select this challenge. It doesn't matter when you ride, where you ride. For every like meter of elevation that you ride, especially if you're doing workouts, you will eventually just start accumulating, and after like no time, you'll find you've unlocked the Tron. It might take you like, you know, up to a year, you know, 6 months. It can be done a lot faster. Depends on how much you ride. You get rewarded for the amount that you ride, and the more you ride, the more you get. So that's what you do in order to get the Tron. Now, I made the mistake when I first joined, thinking I'm not doing that. That one's going to take ages to do. So I did select Ride California because it was only, you know, 1,283 kilometers of riding, and it doesn't matter whether it's flat or hills. And that unlocks a special bonus bike. So that's that one there. And then when I realised I should have selected the Tron, I just exited that, and then I just select the Tron channel. And if you're doing workouts, you're riding up hills, just select it. Eventually you'll get the Tron, and you'll be grateful that you've done it that way. What's this one? Remember what this one is? Yeah, this was Tour Italy. So again, this was 2,000 kilometers. And again, you'll probably look at these and think the 12,000 and the 1,200 and the 2,000 one looks like I'm going to get to that one faster, but no. Select the Tron. Trust me, you will thank me for it afterwards. So anyway, I'm just gonna. Right, I need to. Struggling. Right, so I'm back on the factory tour. That's what you want to do in order to get the Tron Bike. So the navigation screen on Zwift, this is what it looks like. You have the selected events or races at the first one. It's easy to pick if you want to jump on something quick. There's all the different challenges there. So I'm still doing the Big Apple badge hunt. Badge hunting is what it's all about. I've done 1 out of 3 or 1/3 worth of the off the map. But as I say today, we're looking for tips, giving you tips on Powerups, how to get the most XP and whatnot. So what you also want to do, now, when you first sign up to Zwift, it's automatically set on imperial setting, so it's miles and feet, which is fine. We use miles and feet in the UK, but you would accumulate XP points slower if you have it set for imperial, like miles or feet, because it will award you 30 XP points for every mile that you ride. Whereas if you set it to metric, so meters and meters and centimeters, so you know, like kilometers and centimeters. If you set it to metric, you get 20 XP points for every kilometer. So do 2 kilometers, you're getting 40 XP points. Do like 4 kilometers, you're getting 80 XP points. But if you so do 6 kilometers, yeah, you're getting 120 XP points. 6 kilometers is the same as 10 miles, yeah. But for the miles, you're going to get, less. So not 10 miles. What am I talking about? You know what I'm talking. Okay. 10 kilometers is equal to 6 miles. So 6 times 4 is 4, 8, 12, 16. Yeah. Anyway, do the maths. My head can't work just right. So we got a few chats from Twitch. King V-Man, I'll do it in a year. Even, yeah, okay, you've got the right attitude. Is to try and install the fastest climbing bike. No, the Tron has never been the fastest climbing bike. I'd probably say the Tron bike is the fastest all-rounder. It's not the lightest of bikes. So for climbing, you want a bike that's light as possible. It used to be the Trekkie Mondo, which you get once you climbed up Alpe Zwift so many times, but I think that's now been taken over by another bike. In reality, unless you are like super fast and you're getting up that Alpe in under an hour, you're not really going to see much of a differences between if a bike gets you up the hill faster or like slower. There might be 10 seconds, 20 seconds, maybe up to a minute over like 1,000 meters of climbing. If you want more information, check out Zwift Insider. They have actually tested all of the bikes, all the climbs, wheels, all the different speeds. Personally, I'd say pick a bike and just go through it. As long as you're pedaling, you're making distances. Right, I should really work on my quick maths, shouldn't I, really? So, right, so 10 times 20, 10 twos is 200. See what I mean? So you're going to gain just by doing 10 kilometers or 6 miles. If you have it set in metric, you will have gained 200 XP points by traveling, 6 miles, 10 kilometers equivalent. Or if you do in miles, because you only get 30 XP points per mile, then you're only getting 160. So as you can see, there's 20%, you earn 20% more XP by setting it into metric. So set it to kilometers and centimeters and you will gain the Tron a lot faster. And then once you've got the challenge selected, just every ride you do, just pick a route that's got hills, even and especially if you're doing like a training session, like a workout, because it doesn't matter about the hills, it's still going to give you the distance. And then when you want a training, it's going to adjust the resistance according to the watts that you're putting out. So that's like a little legitimate legal cheat, so to say, in order to how to get your climbing miles a lot faster to get the Tron. Right, I'm waffling. Shall we have a look at what the Tron's all about, shall we? Right, so before we do that, I'm going to need to go and select. So I'm just going to jump on one of the Robopacers. This is what you will use when you are just, you want to ride, but you don't want anything sort of like, technical. You just want to jump on and ride. The Robopacers are riding 24/7 and they just ride a set route at a set speed. So this one here, Bernie, is riding at a set speed of 1.5 kilometers. Once you start, you have 10 or 15 seconds to start pedaling. Otherwise you'll get dropped behind. If you don't pedal, it gives you another 45 seconds, as you can see here, or 50 seconds. So I don't need to pedal, I'm still staying with the pack. So it gives you a chance to get yourself acclimatized. Maybe you've forgotten your towel, one of the essentials. Maybe you've forgotten your water bottle. Maybe you forgot to switch on your Garmin, start something, got your headphones. Yeah, so you can get really settled and just, right, there we go. And then obviously once you start pedaling, you will see the pedal assist deactivates. I'm now riding with this group. I'm earning XP points all the time as you're riding. So, and you also get like a bonus accumulator the longer you ride with the Robopacer. So you can see that little yellow bar just above me, little yellow progress bar just above where that little thumbs up is. And there's a multiplier at the end, so it's ×1. As long as you stay with the group within around about 45 meters in the front or the back, you will accumulate additional bonuses. So it's going to multiply the amount of drops you earn. That's the little blue characters, the blue band with the numbers. And your drops, think of it as like Zwift credits. That's what you will spend in order to upgrade different bikes, different wheels within Zwift. The only bike you can't buy with your credits is the Tron Bike, and there are certain bikes that you only get through special ride events or completing certain missions. So there's your unlocks. And the more you ride, as I say, you're rewarded for riding more. So different jerseys, different kit, different bikes, all of that stuff. So yeah, just start riding. So these are the Robopacers, and you can see there's like a little yellow marker just above there, so you can always keep track. That's where the pacer is. Just giving some ride-ons. I'll use the companion app. I'm going to order the Zwift play buttons so I can have them on the side. It also comes with the Zwift card, which I don't necessarily need, but this cassette that I've got on my turbo trainer at the back, it might be due a change actually sometime soon. I'm coming up to my 5th year anniversary on Zwift, and I think I'm on my 2nd cassette. Definitely on my 2nd set of chains. But yeah, there we go. Right, how's that for a bit of a start? I'd like to take in there. Shall we talk a little bit more about these Robopacers? So, these Robopacers, there's a selection of Robopacers, always riding different routes, some slow, some fast, and everything in between. And they ride different routes on the virtual worlds of Zwift. And this is perfect for demonstrating different things that you can do as you're riding. But also, you know, as I say, you want to just jump on and start riding. So, let's demonstrate some of the ride techniques that will benefit your ride, make your ride easier. The first one is riding in a bunch, so in a group. When you walk bunched together, you've got less of that rim resistance. So a group of riders will travel a lot faster than a solo rider on their own. The person in the front will be taking all of that headwind, and everyone else is being shielded behind. Now, it's easy to actually fall off the end, as we say. You know, if you're not really paying attention to the speed, or you have a lapse in concentration, or maybe the group are pushing forward a little bit harder. So I'm just going to drop my speed down, and if you're wondering, well, how do you know how fast you're going? If you look directly above me, middle of the screen, you can see all the data. You can see I've got a virtual speed of 29, 30, a little bit of downhill here, 37, 39, 40 kilometers per hour. I've traveled 2 kilometers in distance. 11 meters is the amount of elevation that I've done, and there's the elapsed time I've been cycling for just over 4 minutes. So I'm just falling off the back of this group. As you get too far behind, you do get a little warning from Zwift, which tells you catch up to the Robopacer. As I say, it usually keeps you around about 45 meters behind, and you can still be clocking. You'll see the bars are gone, but I'm still in. It does actually give you a little warning. It will say catch up to Bernie or catch up to Robopacers. But anyway, I'm just going to put the pedals up, and as you get nearer to the end of the group, you will start to fall into the draft position. There you go. There's the catch up to Bernie. You can see I'm 38 meters behind. And if you drop too far behind, then your little accumulator, or what you've built up, is going to reset back to 0. And that's whether you're in the front, at the back. Hi to Speedy Al, just saying hi on Twitch. Good to see you in the chat, Al. How you doing? Doing my usual, helping newbies and people refresh onto using Zwift. So the gradient's changed here. It's 7.5%, and as I'm on a direct drive interactive turbo trainer, it's going to adjust the difficulty as I'm riding. But here you go. I've caught Bernie up. In fact, I've overtaken Bernie a little bit on the hill. But there is like a little marker just there next to it, which tells me how far Bernie is away from me. So he's 20 meters, 21 meters. I better slow down a bit. Up this hill. And above me, you can see a little gradient map which tells me what the climb is like ahead of me. So I can see nearly 4% at the moment. As it goes to orange, it's going to go a little bit steeper, but then that nice blue and a decline down, that'll be a chance for me to get some recovery, as in get my breath back, chance for my heart rate to lower, and maybe get a little bit of life back in my legs. So I'm just going to address some of the chat. Speedy Al, can you help me with my jelly legs? Yeah, downhill is the perfect cure for jelly legs. Here you go. I can start pedaling. I'm just going to freewheel down here, but also it gives Bernie a chance to catch up with me. So I might end up slipping a little bit in front. No, 19, 20. He's catching up. There we go. And what I'm going to do while I'm here is I'm going to show you some different views. So using my companion app, I'll just go to rear facing. So I can see that little yellow beam of light is where Bernie is behind. And I haven't lost him completely because I can still see above me. I've got the accumulator. It's still saying 1.2. But look, this is downhill now. So if you look at the top right of the screen where the map is, there's a little percentage. It's just dropped up from -1, -2, back up to 0. So we're flat again now. I'm way in front, 60 meters, but Bernie's still on my case. He's coming, and we've also got a little climb coming up. You can see the gradients changing. So it's time for you to pay attention. Start pedaling. Give Bernie a chance to settle in. Now I know that he's going at 1.5 watts per kilogram. That's his set pace. And if you look just to the side here, you can see there's my marker in blue, K Black Cyclist. Bernie's about to pass me. I'm just going to go back to front view and start climbing up this 8%, 7% hill. So, still gaining XP. I've got a 1.2 accumulator. I've got just over 11 million drops. So, plenty of things to buy in the Zwift shop. We'll take a look in the Zwift shop in a bit so we can look at maybe some bike customizations and the kit. So, we're back again. Oh, by the way, we're riding the Astoria Line 8, which is one of the virtual New York routes. So, Zwift has lots of different virtual worlds. London, New York, France, Richmond, Italy as well. That was like a special one. As well as a imaginary world of Watopia, which is the first and the main route of Zwift. Perfect worlds, perfect environments, routes of all different sizes, lengths, different terrains, some smooth, some mountainous, gravel surfaces. There's everything you could possibly want, and the best thing is completely safe. No cars, well there are cars, but no traffic to contend with. All good, all good. So I've been riding this for 5 years now, and still loving it as much today as I did back in 2020 when I first joined. Whew. Let's give Bernie a chance to catch up as I climb the top of this mini hill. It's also time for me to get a little bit more cooling at the front of me. Computer, turn on big fan. Didn't hear me. Computer, turn on big fan. You can probably tell I might be a bit of a Star Trek fan. Also stops negotiating Alexa and then activating stuff. So I've lost Bernie. Give him a chance to catch up. I might have lost the XP. I might be okay. We'll see. You should be doing a Powerup soon as well. So Zwift has a bit of a gamification feature to it, where as you go through certain checkpoints, gates, bridges, etc., you get a chance to win a random Powerup. There's a feather, aero, draft, XP. There's a few other ones that are specifically only when you're in a race, like an anvil which slows you down, a burrito which stops anyone in close proximity from gaining a draft effect from you. Oh, come on. And there's also a steamroller which levels out the terrain. So let's say you're avoiding across cobbles. That's going to give you more rolling resistance, so obviously you're going to slow down a bit, especially differing according to the type of bike set of tyres you've got. But when you press the steamroller power up, it's going to flatten out that ground, making it equivalent to tarmac. So use your power ups strategically for the best benefit. Still catching Bernie. I haven't actually lost my XP accumulator, still on 1.2. About to level up to 1.4 to give some ride-ons. Feel free to ask any questions, anyone in the chat. appreciate you watching. I'd like to give shout outs, keeping it real, yo. Big support to anyone who's watching, and you know, I don't mind whether you are super fit and fucking smashing races, or you maybe ride the bike every now and again. Maybe you do 10 minutes, 20 minutes, an hour. As long as you're doing something, that's all good, all positive. Positive news here. So, if you have an achievement, maybe you've hit a target, be a weight target, fitness target, you've won something, maybe you've got yourself a new bike, new turbo trainer. What are you celebrating? Hit some gains, a new PR on the bench, squatted to the maximum. Yeah man, let's celebrate all of our gains. So, I'm going to talk a little bit more about drafting. Right now, I'm riding in the most optimal position in the middle of this bunch. For a side view, probably not the best view. So, out a bit. Look at me Tron Bike, right? Pink and blue neon lights, and the harder a pedal, more of a light to watch. So start pedaling. That goes off. Start pedaling. That goes on. Hence we called it the Tron. And one time, Kenny came with a funky rhyme. So drafting is the best place to be. So I've showed you how to jump back onto the draft. Once you fall off, let's do that again. So I'm just going to fall off the back of this pack. Sometimes get a warning telling you to catch up or you're not in the draft. But to get closer, give me some alerts telling me I'm within 3 meters, 2 meters, there it is. Bernie's going away. So I need to be doing more watts than the pace partner. But then you want to make sure as you get closer you ease off the effort so you don't blow past the group you're trying to catch up. As I'm getting closer, I'm just going to level off. I can look on the map just to the side and I can see all the riders and what they're doing. So ease off a bit here. Got my gears. And then settle in. I'm back in the draft. Ideally you want to be in the bunch right where Bernie is. If you're lucky, you give him a ride on. Might get a ride on back. Nice and chill. New York skyline in the background. Zwift banners. So, this is some tips for Zwift. Doesn't look as if there's that many power-ups on this ride, but I can see, if you look at the map, just above me to the right, it's 4.4 kilometers left on this particular route, the Astoria Line 8 in New York, and just where that little green marker is, that's where I would earn another power-up. Want to go through, and we like to do guess the power-up as we go through this Zwift. We can guess where we think it's going to be aero, feather, XP points, or the draft power-up. Feeling good though. Nice and relaxed. Give some more ride-ons. And hill. So, if you can see, my top's blowing. Obviously, I've got no hair to be blowing about, but I do have 2 fans keeping me cool when you're riding the turbo trainer indoors, you don't have the natural cooling as you cook through the air and the wind that's outside. So I do have a fan to the side, keep me this way, and I have a fan at the front. Keep me nice and cool. Right now the temperature in the Wattage cottage is 24 degrees C. Ooh. Outside temperature is 8 degrees. Yeah, I'm in the UK. This is winter season. This is how we do. In the summer it's way too hot. Oh. Ooh. Definitely need to get some aircon, get an aircon unit. Just there, mate, really, I think. Oh, that'd be awesome. Or maybe on that wall over there. Cool this room down. Because in the summer I have to put a pause on my Zwift membership. It's just way too hot to ride. Way too hot. So 3.2 kilometres left on this ride. Which probably means we're about 2 kilometres from hitting that power up. We'll see. We will see. Video, are you still there? How's life? Still racing? Are you still using Virtual Pro? Virtual Pro is another cycling app. There are other cycling apps out there. Zwift is my favourite, and I think I feel like I'm angled a bit. Heart rate's at a nice 141. That's nice and chilled. I'm doing mostly zone 2 on this ride. Just realised Zwift app's not showing all that it should. Boom! So as soon as we come up to this power up, I'll be able to do a demonstration of what the different power ups are. Before we get there, I'll just talk a little bit about the power-ups. Have a power-up. So if the power-ups last a range, say between 10 and 30 seconds, depending on the power-up. It can be the difference between winning and losing a sprint, especially if you've got the aero power-up. It's going to help you when you're going up a hill. It's going to make your rider avatar 10% lighter for around about 15 seconds, so use it well. Aero, again, is going to make you more aerodynamic, so perfect for sprinting. Draft, when you're in a draft position, it's going to increase the draft bonus effect you get from being shouted in the draft. Right now I need to catch up to Bernie. So I'm always interested to hear my viewers watching. Where are you from? What brings you to my stream? Are you an outdoor cyclist, indoor cyclist? Here to learn about Zwift? Just interested in fitness altogether? And if you are a cyclist, what's your equipment? What are you on? What's your go-to bike for smashing indoors or outdoors? This was my first road bike ever. When I first got it, I had to ask the guy in the shop how to change gears. I've been on a road bike before. But if you're interested in doing like a sprint section, get different sprint sections as you go through. You can see the record there, 15.27, they were smashing it. I'm just riding normal, so you can see my ETA is 25 seconds. You also get to get a power up as you go through the arch. I'm going to go for draft. Oh, XP, so I've got 10 XP points. No demonstration there. I mean, kind of feel Was it worth all that wait? Did we get a pay that I could demonstrate? How you doing, bleeding? I've never ridden Zwift. Fun to see in action. Thank you for the comment, much appreciated. Are you an outdoor rider then, bleeding, on the YouTube chat? I guess you've heard about it, maybe, or did you stumble across this stream and my Brummie accent? It's like, oh, he sounds awesome. Maybe tune in and find out what this is all about. So that's 10 kilometres. That to me is usually the perfect length of a warm-up. I've been going for just over 20 minutes. I think it's time to leave this pace park now. Have a look at a shortest route to go around, see what's available. Maybe see if I can find the shortest route that I haven't completed yet. Give us a chance to look at a different route on Zwift, a different world, but also we have a chance to demonstrate some of the different Powerups. So I'm going to stop this ride. Not lean forward again. Bleed on is a runner. I'm a runner, but I've got into bikes lately. I ride single speed, gravel in the summer, fat bikes in the winter, live in the Midwest in the USA. Oh, that is awesome. A mate of mine I used to live with when I lived in Oxford had a fat bike, the Surly, and they are awesome, especially in the snow. Oh my god, they're so much fun. Oh, this is new on the screen, the progress report. Looking at what's going on, so I can see hundreds, distance, kilometres, streaks. Yeah, level 61. I earned 210 XP points on this route. That's my Zwift concept bike. Yeah, and then it puts you back to the main menu. Anyway, so yeah, the fat bike, awesome, and gravel bike are, I think, one of my favourite bikes are my gravel bikes. I have a Specialized Diverge comp, and I have a Ribble CGR. And I've got too many bikes actually. I should probably chill out and stop buying anymore. But I think if I get another bike, I always get them on the Cycle to Work scheme. We have a tax-free cycle scheme in the UK. We can get a bike by doing a salary sacrifice. So it just comes out of our wages every month. So I think if I do get another bike, I'll probably upgrade my main bike. And maybe it's time to get a e-mountain bike. What do you reckon? Any thoughts? Anyone got any thoughts on e-mountain bikes? Yeah, I think that's the way forward, I think. Right, so let's I'm gonna jump off for a second because it's just a little bit too much. Just move this bike around. And then I'm gonna computer, turn off big fan. Oh, got a bit of a light glare here. Just drop this down a bit. Actually, put this up a bit. Okay, right, how's that looking? No, that's not really working, is it? Right, let's put this back down again. Trying to be too technical. What have I done? Okay, right, so I'm looking to do. I'm just going to go back here. Okay, so obviously I've got two cameras. That's all you need. Is the mic working? Mic down. Okay, so you do have a set of menus here to see what's going on. These are things that Zwift are recommending. Different challenges, so you get different challenges. The Big Apple badge hunt is what I'm still on. I've still got 4 more to do. 29.6 kilometres, 200 metres of elevation. Probably not looking to jump on this one today because that will take me about another hour. So what I will do is I'll go to here, you've got routes, and you can see all of the routes that are available, and you know that you've done them or not because they should be highlighted green. So I've done all of these. These are all the short ones. Oh Hill, no, this is a short one. It's only 7.9 kilometres, but it's all uphill. It does say 30 minutes, but I'm not looking to do that just yet. Flat out, fast. Yeah, let's do this one. 21.8 kilometres. Only 48 metres of elevation. So it's on the, it's in Watopia, so it's the main Welding Zwift. And it's pretty much in the desert flat, so nice and flat, nice and easy. Right back round. Sometimes it's good to just select a short route. There you go. Probably messed up my my volumes and whatnot now, but that's all good. Right, so let's get going. Really good way to build up XP. So we spoke earlier about the fastest way to get the Tron Bike. If you want another challenge, or you're just looking to level up, because the more you ride, the more you're rewarded. So ride more, you unlock more levels. Ride more and ride harder, you accumulate more drops. And the more drops that you accumulate, the more drops you accumulate, it feels like I'm slanted to one side. Anyway, it doesn't really matter, does it? So the more drops you accumulate, the more access to different bikes that you can unlock, ride. So just under 22 kilometres, but it's all flat. We will be burning plenty of calories on this ride, and there's also 3 chances of getting a power up. Heading through Ocean Boulevard, so a chance to see the sea. See the sea? See the sea? See the sea? See? Maybe pick the pace up a bit, pedal a little bit harder. I'm still looking to be more or less in zone 2. Don't want to be crazy. Don't want to be going crazy hard. Bleeding in the chat again. Gotta go, enjoy the ride. Thanks for sharing. You're welcome. Thanks for joining. Really appreciate it. Enjoy the fat bike through the winter. A little bit jealous. Don't have that. And obviously, we'll be having plenty of snow here in the UK. To be fair, any day now could be snow, as long as the temperature drops low enough. Slight climb. I will demonstrate some drafting techniques. So you can see now, close the gap 2 meters, getting behind this rider, and you want to be just sat on their wheel. Let's go first person. So like here, this is the perfect draft position to be. I'm being sheltered by the rider in front. This means my pedaling is going to be a little bit easier. I'm proper bright and eye, like in my 80s super colours. Gradual climb, it's only 1%. Nice and easy. Catch up to this rider. Getting that draft. There's no point suffering on your own. Grab a wheel, as they say. Computer, turn on big fan. Oh yes, I love it when the fan kicks in. I've just got his Zwift Christmas jumper on. Go front for a bit. Turn the favour, give him a chance to draft off my wheel. Oh, there's Father Christmas in the background. See him on his sleigh. Over there. Banter, I've been a good boy this year. He sent me some power. And the ultimate recovery. And make all the hills feel like a downhill. That's all he asked. That's all I want from Christmas. His gains. Okay, as we enter the desert, this is the part of the Tempest Fugit route. So building XP, you want just a flat ride, just go a constant pace, pick any of the desert rides, chance to build up some speed, build up some distance, and also build up that XP. Level up, level up. Oh yes, also, another tip, how to legitimately gain XP points as fast as possible. Join group rides and special events, such as Tron Zwift, Tron Watopia-A. They often have double XP for riding those events, special kit unlocks, and sometimes also bonus bikes or wheels by completing a set amount of tasks. I have done hundreds, probably thousands of kilometres of distance across this route, getting from level 1 all the way to level 61 where I am now. Some ranges on here. It's building. So we check out some of the features that we normally do, what's going on the screen. Top left, you can see my power output, it's my watts. I have a power meter in my pedals, there's also a power meter in the turbo trainer. I prefer the pedals because they're more accurate. There it is, 189 watts. Below that is the RPM, 88, pedals going round. Heart rate, I've got a heart rate strap on. I've also got, I'm dual recording, I'm actually technically triple recording, but I'm also recording, so I'm testing out this beat band. Compare the accuracy between the heart rate monitor and what registers on my Garmin and what registers on the Zwift app. Zwift actually under-calculates calories. So it says 54 calories burnt there, whereas my Garmin saying 261. Actually, it's the second ride, but Zwift does underestimate the calories. I tend to go by the Garmin, just for consistency, because if I ride outside, inside, it's going to be consistent throughout. So you can see the calories there, and you can also see watts per kilogram. So, get ready for an explanation of watts per kilogram. We'll hear people talk about watts per kilogram. We'll also see group rides or races listed by category based on watts per kilogram. And watts per kilogram is going to be a unique set of numbers for yourself. It's based on your weight in kilograms divided, well, by start again. So watts per kilogram is going to be unique to you specifically. It's a calculation of the watts you're putting out, so the power output divided by your weight in kilograms. So right now, Kenny's put a few extra kilograms on over the autumn into the winter. So right now I'm 80 kilograms. So if you look at my watts here now, it's 104. That will be divided by my 80, which will give me the watts per kilogram calculation there, 1.4, etc. So if you weigh 100 kilograms, you're doing 150 watts, your watts per kilogram is going to be calculated based on that. But don't get caught up in what watt per kilogram is and whatnot. It's going to give you an idea of the effort of the ride or the power output. And for me, let's do 150 to 160 watts, just to give you an idea. And I'm going to guess feather power up. Strap power up, right, okay. There I am, so I'm going to sit at between 150 and 160 watts, so you can see what the watts per kilograms is on a flat tarmac road. Let me get settled in. So you can see it's about 2 watts per kilogram if I'm going at about this pace here. 2.2 to about 160 watts. If you select a group ride and it says the ride pace is between 1.8 and 2.5 watts per kilogram, you can kind of get an idea. If you're somewhere between 70 and 85 kilograms, that means you'll have to be doing on the flats an average pace of about 160, 170 watts, maybe 220, 230 on the hills. So choose your group ride accordingly. As I said earlier, you can test it out by finding a pace partner. Pick a very pacer and pick one accordingly. It will automatically assign you to a category A, B, C, D, or E is like everyone. A being the top. If you're putting out loads of power, you're going to be category A. You're probably not watching my video for tips. But to a category D, maybe even a C, you're a average-ish rider. So that's what's getting up. So should we see this giraffe power up? Let's put it into action. So we know already, as you're riding, the best place to be is drafting beyond another cyclist. You should be sheltered from all of that wind that's in front of you. Zwift does also give you power-ups as you pass through special arches. The rider in front, I'm just clocking their watts per kilogram, they're doing 1.8. Just about the pace that I'm going. I'm going to try and jump onto the back of this rider. I'll catch him up and then I'll also fire off draft power up. I'm going to put my effort a bit so I can catch up. And as I get closer, I'm just going to slightly ease off power and speed. See, close the gap. I won't just blow past it a bit, but settle in, trying to match their pace. So I'm right now, the little marker's gone, more or less. Roughly in the right position, more. Now that I am here, I can fire off the draft power up, and it's going to extend that draft benefit boost. Getting because I'm behind this rider. Blowing past, I'm still getting the draft benefit from all these riders, but I'm just trying to stick with this rider here. Now you can see that this rider in the purple and blue jersey has like a semi-translucent control panel in front of them. That's an indicator that they are actually doing a workout riding on Zwift, which means that they're not necessarily going to be interactive with the rest of the riders that are on here. You can still draft behind them and get that benefit. There you go, that Powerups completed now. Just under 15 kilometres left. It's quite a while until we get another power up right at the end. I'm just going to pick up the pace a bit, leave this guy, clear this tunnel. We come through in a bit, come through like a little lake. Want to see some dinosaurs? Lots of scenery to take in. What can we discover in the beautiful world of Watopia? Rainbows, hidden lakes, waterfalls. I mean, this is not the best place to ride. Look at it. Everything you could possibly want. Smooth roads, no glass, no nails, no pedestrians, no traffic to have to contend with. It's perfect roads. Oh, yeah. This is alive. This is perfect. Thank you, Eric Min. Even with 2 fans, it's still pretty hot. 24 degrees, like a 1 degree increase in 5 minutes. Obviously, that heat's coming from me mostly. Yeah, I'm gonna smash this. It's one of the routes where I'm glad it's flat. I can just keep going on this flat route. Still getting the draft benefit. 0 gradient. Completely flat. But yeah, so if you have any other questions, pop them in the chat. Feel free to reach out through any of my contacts. Just scan that QR code at the end of any of my videos, or see my details in the description. Happily answer any questions, training, bikes, etc. Keeping it positive. And I'm going to be smashing it all over Christmas, and then starting a new year with a focus on staying fit in 26. If that's something that you're looking to do, join me live on Twitch, live on YouTube, at least 2 times a week, Mondays and Thursdays, the occasional weekend. We're going to be getting fit, talking fitness, diets, training, sharing your best tips and advice, sharing my best tips and advice, maybe looking what AI has to say about cycling, training and fitness. We're also looking to build ourselves ready, doing some races. So the first thing in January is probably going to be Tron Zwift. Forward to that. Ah, yeah. All good in the cycling hood. 5.5 kilometres left to go. I've actually reached my hour. I'm trying to keep these streaks down to a manageable size so it doesn't look too daunting to watch. If you are watching the stream, once I finish live, I do add chapters so you can see which category or topic I'm talking about, and you can just jump to a particular topic or section of information. So for now, I'm going to bid you farewell as I finish off my ride and then cool down. And I will see you possibly on the weekend. Otherwise, I'll see you again next week. Thanks for watching, guys. Smash it, whatever you're doing. Love these Monday rides. First day. First rides. To back on this temperature. Oh, what's this? Issues in the barrel. Oh, about 20 minutes. 15, 20 minutes. Perfect.